What's up, guys? Daily Kamell here, and here I am to talk about mini box number 34. That's right, we don't have a name, and yeah, I'm here to give you what Kamell thinks about the Reddit leaker Alpha Man's leaks about the newest mini box coming to the game. There are some things about this box that, to me at least, are a little strange, so I'll get them out of the way quickly before we get into any cards. One being that this card does contain a cover card, which is likely the Red Nova Dragon, but it also contains a character ace monster in the form of Meglord Emperor Wizel. And any character ace monster which usually releases with a character alongside the box usually is the cover you are. So, and Primo is releasing his Raid Duel event will be happening at the same time as this box releases or right before. So it is very strange to me that his ace monster Meglord Emperor Wizel will be an SR in the box and not a UR. Of course, with all leaks, everything is subject to change, but this is what we have presented to us now, so we're gonna go over that. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, this box is not looking great. You know how I feel about this kind of weird synchro resurgence in the middle of Xyz's era, and it seems that Konami has done the unthinkable and produced a 100% synchro focused box with no Xyz monsters, all synchro support. And I'm gonna go over some of the big notable things in the box and give you my honest thoughts, and then we're just gonna go click through some of the other stuff we have on this list here. So you can see that there isn't too much thematically going on in this box. The first thing I wanted to talk about are some of the generic synchro monsters, or maybe you don't want to call them generic, but the notable synchro monsters. First, we have Blackwing Armor Master, which is a level 7 Blackwing synchro monster, the main synchro monster of their archetype back in the day, which people would have thought that we should have gotten this with their initial release, or at least around it in 2019. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, and you don't take battle damage. And basically, when it attacks, it puts wedge counters on your opponent's cards. Then you can make their attack 0. This effect is super outdated for Duel Links. It would have been great in 2019 when battle effects were all the rage. Just when Blackwing needed a powerful effect like this that could, have some effect. Not just during the main phase. This is, of course, no longer relevant. It's not a powerful enough effect, doesn't disrupt the field enough, and this protection is not sufficient enough for this card to be played, efficiently. It's just really sad that, they felt that this was the appropriate time for a card like this, and not 2 years ago when synchros were prevalent. And the same goes for this card, Ally of Justice Catastrophe. Catastrophe was a huge card in the TCG. Of course, it was a staple toolbox, synchro toolbox card at the start of the damage step. If this card battles a non-dark monster, destroy that monster. Now, of course, this may have been a little bit too powerful back 2 years ago, but it certainly is not going to have any serious meta implications. Now, it being a level 5 synchro means that you're only going to be able to bring this out in a handful of opportunities, not many. You may be able to bring this out with the water deck. That is just about all that I can think of. And a shame, or another really good card that we have gotten just too late into its lifespan, unfortunately. Alright, so next we have to talk about the Resonators, the red guys, the whatever you want to call them. And this is kind of a pseudo archetype. The Resonators, Red Dragon Archfiend, all work together to make Red Dragon Archfiend tune a bunch of times to go into Red Nova Dragon. We've seen a couple iterations with this with Assault Mode, and honestly, this is super convoluted, and I cannot believe that they had the audacity to launch a mini box around these really bad cards in the middle of Xyz's era. It absolutely sucks. So, Red Nova Dragon is a level 12, or level, excuse me, let me not get this right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Synchro monster that you use summoning Red Dragon Launcher in 2 tuners. And yeah, you do the double tuning, and this card gets 5 attack for each tuner in your graveyard. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. And when an opponent's monster declares attack, you can target the attacking monster, banish the target. If you do, negate that attack during the next end phase. Special summon this card, banish again. No forms of protection in a super convoluted boss monster that requires you to give up your entire field to summon it. It can be armor cut, it can be targeted, it can be flip face down. This is ridiculous. It can be bounced back. This card is super vulnerable and does not warrant you going through the super convoluted summoning method to summon it. Now, the Resonators are the support cards for Red Nova Dragon, and you're supposed to use them to make them easier. Resonator Call, adding a Resonator, this is something that people have been asking for a while to kind of bring all this together, but it's not that great. Crimson Resonator is the other big card here. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this, and it lets you special summon Resonators from your hand or deck if you control a Red Dragon Archfiend. However, this card's effectiveness is limited because of the monster zone, so you'll only be able to get one other tuner. So this card is already not doing its job to its fullest potential, and the job it's going to be doing is not very good. Red Nova is a rare tuner that is evidently supposed to work alongside Crimson Resonator. I just included it here because it looks like one of the only support cards that are going to help you play your crappy Red Dragon Archfiend deck. So yeah, I'm very disappointed that this is going to be a theme of a box in the middle of Xyz era. It is very scary that, you know, they are adding files for Pendulum. A lot of people talking about Pendulum coming in September. I don't know, bro. I don't know about Pendulum, and we're getting full Synchro boxes in the middle of Xyz era. That is not a good sign by any means. Alright, so next, and the last major thing that we have to talk about is tuning. The normal spell card, add 1 Synchron tuner from your deck to your hand, then send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. I heard PDS talking about this card, how it mills, kind of like Charge the Light Brigade, but this is going to net you your Synchrons, like your Junk Synchron, Unknown Synchron, Quick Draw, Jet, Drill, you know, Turbo, all those guys. And the ones that are generally useful the most are Junk Synchron, Quick Draw, Jet Synchron. Most recently has seen a lot of play in Thunder Dragons. So maybe cards like that will, you know, see play to make Synchro summoning easier in some senses. However, tuning is a great card and it can be activated multiple times per turn. However, you really have to think, where are we really going to see Synchron tuners be used? Right now, that's looking like Thunder Dragons, but what other decks are really going to have to change their playstyle to adhere to tuning being useful? Now, I don't know that right off the bat, but I can tell you what Konami wants you to use tuning to summon, because they've got a bunch of level 4, they've got a bunch of level 4 Synchro monsters in this box that they want you to summon, and that you can use tuning to summon because all the Synchron tuners are really low level. You know, Old Entity, Cthulhu, Return of Ring 4 Xyz to the extra deck. It's a gimmick, whatever. Armory Arm, level 4. It equips to a Synchro monster. Come on, man. This is not bad, not a bad card, but it is weird to be getting it in Duel Links right now. I'm not very excited to see it. And that's all I got, man. There's also TG Wonder Magician. It is here, no longer locked behind the skill. But who cares? You know, TG, they're not even summoning TG Synchro monsters. The best version of the deck is using flight control and summoning things from the Synchro toolbox, so maybe they'll make better use out of some of the other cards here. But I really do not see anything else that is going on. Mech Lords are in the game, but Mech Lords are only good when there is a Synchro archetype that is fueling them to be good. And the one that they added in this box is not good. I don't think that it is going to be making any waves. I don't think that Mech Lords, from what they want them to do, are going to be making an impact in the game at all. And overall, I feel that it really sucks that this is another Synchro mini box. A lot of people do not understand why I don't like Synchros, because it is taking away from the game moving forward. We're not getting more powerful Xyz monsters. We're not getting more powerful strategies. We're kind of just depending on the ban list to knock us out of oppressive metas so that we can get into playable ones, or playing decks with what I feel are virtually simple mechanics. I'd like to see those deeper Xyz decks give us the support, but we're not getting it. Instead, we're getting Mechlord Emperor Wazelle, Red Nova Dragon, Blackwing Armor Master. So, those are my thoughts on the new box. I'm disappointed. Tell me about what you guys think. I hope this is the last Synchro box. I hope this is the pinnacle of the Synchro boxes that we get. This one was all Synchro monsters. I don't want to see any more Synchro monsters for the rest of 2021. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out.